Has the blood feud between the Harrigans and the Stevensons merely opened the first chapter of a much grander underworld saga? As MobLand's inaugural season hurtles toward its climax, the question on every fan's lips is simple: will Paramount Plus greenlight a second season to prolong Harry de Souza's high-stakes dance between loyalty and betrayal? In this exploration of Season 2's possibilities, we peel back the veneer of streaming metrics and actor interviews to reveal why MobLand's future may lie far beyond London's grimy alleyways. Right from the outset, MobLand distinguished itself with a sleek fusion of Peaky Blinders-style period grit and Guy Ritchie's trademark rapid-fire energy. Under Ronan Bennett's pen and with Tom Hardy anchoring the cast as the enigmatic fixer Harry, viewers were invited into a world where honor and hypocrisy lock horns in candlelit boardrooms and rain-slicked streets. Those early episodes laid a foundation of simmering tension: the Stevensons' icy vengeance for young Tommy's death, the Harrigans' fragile alliance fraying at the edges, and Harry's maneuvers to keep both sides just satisfied enough to avoid an outright massacre. When Helen Mirren's Maeve schemes in lavish drawing rooms and Pierce Brosnan's Conrad debates the cost of war over brandy, it becomes clear that MobLand's appeal rests on character power as much as explosive set pieces. Yet even the most devoted followers know that critical acclaim and star power alone don't guarantee renewal. Paramount Plus, unlike network television beholden to live ratings, plumbs a complex array of data: completion rates, bingeability, subscriber acquisition tied to original titles, social media buzz, and even the long tail of viewership weeks after premiere. MobLand has checked many of these boxes so far. Early streaming charts placed it among the platform's top newcomers in late March and April, and fan forums brim with predictions of international crime crosses stretching from Mumbai to Marseille. Still, as of this moment, 5 days after the April 27, 2025 publication of Screen Rant's renewal roundup, Paramount Plus has remained silent on Season 2 orders. Tom Hardy himself has teased that MobLand was never intended as a standalone miniseries. In a recent interview, he hinted at a blueprint for future installments that could spread Harry's fixer network across Europe and beyond. Does it become international? He mused, suggesting that the control of drugs, arms, and human trafficking spanning continents offers fertile ground for new story arcs. The sheer logistical potential for expansion: African cartels funneling contraband through Lagos into London, Eastern European syndicates jostling for turf in the Baltic ports, South American cartels using Gibraltar as a gateway, means Harry's unique skill set will never go out of style. If the show's creators choose to follow Hardy's vision, Season 2 could morph from a London crime saga into a globe-spanning thriller, uniting disparate mafia bloodlines under the specter of a common enemy or a lucrative new venture. Another pillar supporting renewal hopes is the critical reception of key performances, most notably Jeff Bell's turn as Richie Stevenson. Bell commands the screen with a simmering intensity that feels both fresh and quintessentially British. His ability to portray a grief-stricken father who knows exactly how to wield mercy like a weapon has resonated with audiences and critics alike. In his trademark single-glance monologues, Bell conveys volumes of backstory and menace without uttering a syllable. If the show fails to evolve beyond the Harrigan-Stevenson standoff, viewers might revolt, but if Richie's character evolves into an uneasy ally or a shifting adversary, his dynamic with Harry could become the emotional core of future seasons. Of course, inviting new characters and crime empires into MobLand's orbit presents both opportunity and peril. Filling the ranks with foreign mob bosses risks diluting the tightly wound Harrigan-Stevenson drama that initially drew viewers in. Yet, as Hardy noted, organized crime is inherently transnational, and introducing fresh blood, perhaps a calculating Corsican Don, a Balkan weapons kingpin, or a shadowy financier from the Middle East, could revitalize the narrative. Imagine Harry negotiating a truce in Istanbul's Grand Bazaar or orchestrating a heist in Antwerp's Diamond District. The canvas for expansion is vast, and MobLand's cinematic style is well suited to high-stakes set pieces across varied locales. But creative ambition must contend with financial realities. Period-style crime dramas demand substantial budgets, authentic costumes, location shoots, and choreographed action sequences don't come cheap. Paramount Plus has a track record of canceling or delaying expensive projects that underperform, even if they boast star-studded casts. Tulsa King and Mayor of Kingstown, while popular, occupy niches that don't always translate to mass market appeal. Dexter, Original Sin faced similar considerations upon its release despite the brand recognition attached to the Dexter name. MobLand's producers must demonstrate not only viewership numbers but also sustained engagement, evidence that fans aren't just sampling the first couple episodes before moving on. A critical variable in the renewal equation is the retrospective streaming window. Shows often receive renewal greenlights once all episodes have had time to accumulate viewership over subsequent weeks, and sometimes even months, beyond initial release. MobLand's first season wraps on June 1, 2025, with episode 10, The Beast in Me. Paramount Plus executives will likely monitor completion rates and social media discourse through June and July before rendering a decision. If the season finale triggers a spike in subscribers or generates a groundswell of online discussion, fan theories, reaction videos, meme culture, the platform gains confidence that investing in another season will pay dividends. Meanwhile, the cast's availability and willingness to return factor into the timeline. Tom Hardy is perpetually in demand, and aligning his schedule with an international shoot could pose logistical hurdles. Likewise, Helen Mirren and Pierce Brosnan bring prestige but also busy calendars. Securing commitments from this A-list ensemble early will be crucial if filming is to commence by the end of 2025 for a 2026 premiere. Negotiations over contracts, budgets, and shooting locales could delay announcements, even if internal approvals are already in place. Beyond metrics and contracts, there's the question of narrative momentum. MobLand's writing team must ensure that Season 2 opens with stakes high enough to justify the wait. The final moments of Season 1 tease a fragile truce fractured by unseen forces, Maeve Harrigan's manipulations, Brandon's desperate Ruby deal, and whispers of external crime syndicates circling London. If Season 2 can marry personal vendettas with geopolitical smuggling rings, it could transcend the confines of a single city and deliver the kind of binge-worthy drama that streaming platforms crave. Fans eager for confirmation can also take heart from the broader context of Paramount Plus's strategy. The streamer has recently doubled down on high-quality originals to compete with Netflix, Amazon, and Disney+. MobLand, with its blend of prestige casting and genre flair, fits neatly into the service's portfolio. Canceling or shelving a promising crime saga after only one season would risk alienating viewers who have championed the show's launch. In an era where fan campaigns and social media petitions can sway executives, examples include the revivals of Lucifer and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there is always a chance that collective enthusiasm can tip the scales in favor of renewal. In the final analysis, the question of MobLand Season 2 hinges on an interplay of art and commerce. On one hand, the series possesses the creative ingredients for expansion, a charismatic lead in Tom Hardy, a magnetic villain in Jeff Bell's Richie Stevenson, and a rich underworld tapestry ripe for international exploration. On the other hand, the unforgiving calculus of streaming metrics and budgetary constraints demands clear evidence of sustained viewership and critical momentum. As the Harrigans and Stevensons prepare for their next clash, so too does MobLand's future hang in the balance, between the promise of fresh narratives and the realities of production logistics. So where do we stand? As of late April 2025, Season 2 remains unconfirmed but far from improbable. The show's foundation is solid, its stars are committed, and the potential for global crime dramas is boundless. If Paramount Plus listens to its viewers, watches the numbers, and heeds Tom Hardy's vision of an international underworld, then MobLand's second season may well be on the horizon. Until an official announcement arrives, fans can only speculate, rewatch the first season's tense funeral for Tommy Stevenson, and wonder, in this world of shifting alliances and hidden agendas, who will emerge alive when the credits roll on Season 2?